Okay, so I will give some background information which US federal agencies you can apply to. I will give some information about the EPFL registrations and the legal framework and regulations, and finally give some information about how to participate. So some background information. The US federal agencies offer a wide variety of research-related programs at different career levels and at different stage of the project development. And some of these programs are available to non-US researchers and non-US institutions. And this is an opportunity for the researchers here at EPFL to diversify the source of funding and to start or continue collaborations with prestigious institutions in the US. Which US federal agencies can you apply to? There are many of these agencies that manage research-related programs and provide federal assistance. And they have their own specific rules regarding the participation of non-US researchers. So here at EPFL, we work mainly with 4 of these agencies. I also mentioned NASA. This is more specific, so we won't talk about NASA today, but we will talk about the 4 other agencies. We work with the Department of Energy. They fund research in the renewable energy field related to the buildings, to the storage, transportation, but also related to the biological and environmental research. We work with the Department of Health and Human Services, and especially with the NIH, and they cover all research fields related to biomedical research. We work with the Department of Defense, which cover a very wide variety of research areas, from engineering, life science, computing, materials, biomedical topics. And finally, the National Science Foundation, NSF, which does not fund projects, but put in place partnerships or student exchange with other countries like Switzerland. A few words about the EPFL registrations. So EPFL is registered in the system for award management. So this is a must-have registration to participate to this research. EPFL has a series of identification numbers, and this is the research office who maintains the accounts in these systems and who maintains the rules. If you need one of these numbers, if you need some information about our registration in the system of award management, or if you need any information on the status of EPFL, you can contact the research office. We can also help to set up an account if it's necessary. And I also wanted to mention grants.gov. So this is the main portal for the federal agencies. This is a common website where you can find the funding opportunity announcement. So this is a reference document for these grants. A few information about the regulations. The US federal agencies have their specific regulatory, ethical, and policy requirements, and a review from the research office, and if necessary, from the legal affairs is necessary already at the submission stage. We We'll check the funding opportunity announcement requirements. If there are restrictions, we will help to prepare the administrative part of the proposal with the PI. We will do a preliminary ethic assessment, and we'll also assess the risk related to the project in terms of export control laws, conflict of interest, reputation, and so on. So this is important to contact us early in the process and already at the proposal stage. We use several legal instruments. We have projects which are running with a grant agreement or a collaborative agreement. So in this case, EPFL signs the agreement directly with the funding agency. And we have also projects running through sub-award agreements. In this case, this is for collaborative projects, and we work with a partner, most often in the US. The EPFL signed the agreement with the institution in the US, and the institution in the US is the prime and signs the agreement with the federal agency. And you should be aware that the procurement contracts with federal agencies are not accepted at EPFL. So here, again, it's always better if you contact the research office at the proposal stage so that we can check if you want, if the collaborators does not propose a procurement contract. How to participate? You can participate as a sub-awardee. So, like I said, in this case, you will collaborate with an institution in the US, and the institution in the US will be funded by the federal agency. This is the easiest way to participate, especially to the NIH and to the Department of Energy. It doesn't mean that you have only a small part of the project, but you can have a large part of the project. In this case, you benefit from the experience of the American partner, and the eligibility criteria are less restrictive. And how to do that? The easiest way is to discuss with your colleagues in the US, with potential collaborators, and tell them that EPFL is registered as an applicant for US federal funding, and that yes, we are ready to help, and that you won't have any administrative problem to participate. You can also participate as a prime, or if you want to initiate a project. In this case, the first step would be to get to know the funding agencies. You need to know the mission of the agencies, the programs, the specific interests. You can find this information about the agency websites, and also discuss with your colleagues who are already working with the federal agencies. You can also look for funding opportunity announcement. So, as I said, this is the document that you can find in the common portal grants.gov. This is the reference document, and you will find the information necessary about the objective of the program, but also about the administrative steps to apply. For more information, you can also contact the research office directly, and we will help you navigate in this system. The submission process, so once you have found a program, the federal agencies use two-step submission process. It means that already from the beginning, you can have a contact with a program representative or a program officer, and you can discuss your research, your project ID, and they will tell you if you have a chance of being funded or not. And then, when they give you the green light, you can start working on your full proposal. So some conclusion, there is a wide variety of research fields covered by the US federal agencies. EPFL researchers are encouraged to participate, and you should not hesitate to discuss with your colleagues in the US and contact the research office. And if you have a project ID, you can also contact the program representative at the federal agency who will give you some insight and guide you to develop your proposal. For more information, so our generic email address here, and you can also have a look at the information sessions that we give twice a year, and you will find the material at this link here. And that's it for the US grants at EPFL.